Hello, my name is Greg Givens, and I'm a Looxcie citizen reporter. And with this Looxcie citizen camera that they sponsored and everything else, I'm going out through the community finding great people and what they do and what they're doing for this community and everything else. One of the great new leaders that I found is my friend here.
My name is Alberto Carranza.
Yes, and we'll be talking to him with many, many questions and many, many things to talk about. So, first of all, tell me about yourself, sir.
Hello, everyone. Well, I said my name is Alberto Carranza, and I'm 22, and I was born in the city of Riverside, and I reside now in San Jacinto. I've practically been here my whole life. I grew up here in the valley. I attended Park Hill Elementary. Then I went to Monte Vista Middle School. Then I went to North Mountain Middle School, and then I went to San Jacinto High School.
And you want to slow down a little bit for the old people who may be listening, who said we're not we're in a good we got lots of time.
Okay.
So slow down a little bit. You're all right. Relax. Now keep on going.
So the beginning again from
No,
high
just
school?
keep on going.
Okay, and then I attended San Jacinto High School, and now I'm here at Mount San Jacinto College. And a little bit of myself. I grew up very sheltered, being that my parents came from Mexico. Sorry about that. Yeah, they came from Mexico, and they tried to give me, of course, a better life. And growing up,
You're a U.S. You were born in the United States, so you're a
yes, of
U.S.
course.
citizen. Okay.
Yes, both of my parents, yes, they're both citizens.
No. I mean, I got stopped by the Border Patrol the other day. Being who I am, if you see me from on the camera, which though people won't see me, let's see my bio. I got stopped by Border Patrol with guns and everything else, drawn and everything else, because they said I was down in Mexico, being a coyote, taking Mexicans from Mexico and driving them up to Riverside. I mean, so I understand what you're feeling when you say, you have to respond to people like, yes, I'm a U.S. citizen, like it's some kind of, a quarantine or the joke that they have in Arizona where they stop anybody brown and ask them, are you a U.S. citizen? Do you know the pledge of allegiance to the flag? Can you read the first 5-10 minutes of the Constitution? I can't do that in that either. So, but I can understand that particular point, and on that point right there, how does that make you feel?
Well, yeah, I know about the SB 1070. I understand that's an issue that needs to be addressed, being that, I mean, you can't just stereotype and address people with just not hate, but just stereotyping. I mean, you can't just base off just the characteristics of someone or the way they dress. Like, that is their whole character. I mean, there's plenty of hardworking people out here, and you can't just assume that they're, I don't know, illegal, the term illegal, because they're not illegal, it's just their documentation. So.
Okay, all right. So I guess you feel just as hard. You feel just as hard being stopped just because you are brown, also. Has it happened to you recently and everything else? I've been stopped for the last 12 years. I've been stopped every year for the last 12 years. So it doesn't bother me that much anymore. It's when they pull their guns on me and try to kill me, that's when it becomes a problem. So I was wondering, is any of that stuff ever happened to you?
Yeah, of course, it's always happened to me, just a stereotype. I mean, I don't know what's the certain fit or how I should be dressing, but yeah, I've been pulled over. I mean, aside from that, I've counted where I don't, just because I wear differently. Like with other family members, they might have a different attire that I guess attracts or appeals to other people as being a stereotype of being gang affiliated or any other form that may be a discomfort to.
And how does that make you feel? Because of the fact that what you're doing right now is helping people. You're helping people get a better education, get involved in their community and stuff like that. But you have a community of police officers, sheriffs, and border patrol who are going to discount that just because of the color of your skin.
Well, to begin, I always tell students, being that I do work for TRIO programs, Upper Bound Town Search here at Mount San Jacinto College, I tell them that education comes first, so they have to stick to their studies, being that that's most important. And then nothing that I tell them about the way they dress, but I tell them, you know what, get your education first, and then you can dress as what you want, because your education can't be stripped, no matter what.
Very good, very good. And did you have anything else you want to say on your bio before I start asking you a bunch of questions, make you feel uncomfortable?
Well, yeah, like I said, I graduated from San Jacinto High School, and at that time it was very life changing, being that I'm a first generation low income student.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, first generation low income student. So I didn't know about fast food. I didn't know about anything. I did play for sports. I played for the San Jacinto High School, and luckily I found the Town Search program. At the time, the Town Search advisor advised me to join the program. And at first I was hesitant because I was like, well, what is this for, and so forth. So I signed up, and right away I mean, it was life changing, being that they took me to educational field trips and they made me just engage and be a participant in the program and just be with involvement within the community. So with that being said, at the time when I graduated, usually it's a moment of like celebration and so forth. And for me, it wasn't, because it was a harsh reality, being that what I was going to do next. I did have excellent grades, but at the time, being my mother was ill and then my cousin passed away, which I was close to. And it was him also that it struck me. I was like, man, he passed away at a young age. It made me reflect about life. And then I came to Mount San Jacinto College through the Town Search program. And then I found Puente, which is also here at Mount San Jacinto College, and also STEM. And originally I was a graphic design major, and then through STEM and Puente I decided to become an electrical engineer major. And now I just graduated 2000, what year? 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
No,
Sorry
when
about
you said graduate high school, I have to ask you, when did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school 2008.
Okay, see, when I graduated, they had the stones. We had tablets. We just wrote on tablets, the one, and it just, it hung and broke the windshield when I put it up on the mirror. But no, I just want to know when you did graduate and how far you've gotten in such a quick time. And in fact, when I first came out, when I first got out of high school, I was going to be an electrical engineer too, but then I got sidetracked by people like this on my left-hand side, who I haven't shown yet. But that's the reason why I got distracted. And it's good that you was talking about this program, because it seems to help you focus on what you want to do. Education is the most important part of this particular program, to be educated, and then from your education you can go on to many other things, anything you want to be.
Of course.
Of course. Okay, now let me hit you with the first hard question. How do you think your job helps the community?
How's my job? Well, first of all, me being here, I mean, I'm thankful that I get to work with students and staff, because that's what I love. I like working with students, being that like their participation and their engagement in class. Like, I just like the encouragement of what the program does for the students, being that I believe like education is essential in life. It's the best and most beautiful thing, if I may say, that there is. And also the community involvement. I mean, a lot of these students, like at a young age, they don't really know what's going around them, being that they're just in their high school
their cliques or whatever.
Yeah,
it's their cliques or whatever, and that's only the life that they have, is just that little clique of 3 or 4 friends, and not being out there with the rest of everybody else of what's really happening or really what's going on in the community. Because that, like I said, unlike them, you went out in search of what's happening in the community, so you can try to, if there's a problem, try to get it stopped. Or again, if gangs or something else tries to come in, you're trying to stop stuff like that, because you want them to show them the positive thing about getting an education. Am I correct?
Of course.
Okay, that was a good answer. How many people do you work with?
Within the staff, there's as I said, the Upper Bound Town Search, and then for Upper Bound, the director is Marissa Mendoza, and then Paula Cabral's office manager, and currently the UB advisor is Sebastian Rivera.
Okay.
And then for Talent Search, it's Dr. Hill, and then the academic advisor is Eva Seves, and also the office manager is Paula Cabral.
Well, you said her name twice, so it must mean she must be important.
Of course.
Okay, what I heard, some things wouldn't happen. Do you think the program itself, has it touched as many people as you thought, or you think there's more to be touched? I mean, when I'm saying touched, I'm saying out there to be gathered in, to bring it in. So like you're running like 1,000 people or 1,800 people. There's more people to be brought into this program, so that you can actually do what you said, do what you like to do, educate, everything else like that. Do you believe you reached that point, or you're still trying to get to that point? What's your feelings on that?
My feelings of expansion, of course, getting more, recruiting more students, and getting more involved, get them off the streets. Not that it's bad, but I mean, the community, we should start. I mean, I know things are hard right now, especially because of budget cuts, and I believe there should be more recreational parks, more involvement within the community, such as just getting students involved, not just in education, but also, I mean, the arts, I believe, is something that's important, and it seems like it's not being addressed because programs are being cut, especially in the arts or music.
Were the arts in your school, just like I'm from Hemet Unified School District, were the arts in San Jacinto Unified School District, were they cut too? The arts, the music programs, were those type of programs, were they cut due to budget cuts and stuff like that? Did they affect you or other students that you know of?
Currently that I'm aware of, no, they haven't been cut, but I know like materials, it's hard for them to get resources such as that. But other than that, I mean, I don't believe so, but I may be wrong.
How do you feel about the fact that tuition keeps going up, so that other students are now being drafted by other states? They're actually other states are waiving the tuition fee from the out of state tuition fee to come to their state and be taught instead of being staying here in California. How do you feel about that?
I mean, what can I say? I mean, if other states are giving an opportunity to students to go to another state, I mean, what can I do? But I encourage everybody, like especially myself, like students here in California, to stay within California to help our budget and our community. Because I mean, I don't want to say Californians, but I mean, as people from within the state, I believe we understand each other, we know our region, and just get involvement and help our own. Now if you get higher education, to come back and get involved within the community to help your community that you were born or raised from.
So basically, do you see why? I guess you do see why it is important that we shouldn't lose these students to other states, because most of the time students, when they go to another state, they stay in that state once they graduate. They don't come back to California.
Yeah, of course.
And so if tuition keeps going up, junior colleges get filled up more because you're getting kicked out of it. They can't afford to go to the four-year college because of those tuitions and things like that. There, you see where it's getting to be. You want them to stay here, but the government, Sacramento, doesn't want them because you got to pay all this much more money and everything else to stay here. But other states are seeking out Californian students, and you're saying, hey, why don't you go ahead and just stay here instead of taking that. It's a hard decision they have to make, but a decision for when it comes down to money, people have to do what's best and everything else. I'm sorry that be one question. One of my other last questions: Did you have an elder or somebody that you thought to speak to you, or someone that was close to you that said, "Hey, education is the best thing possible"?
Yes, of course. I've had a lot of mentors growing up. I feel
Please
that
mention
that's
them.
what the youth needs, especially as of now. I think that's what's missing. One of the links between the transition of just like elementary, middle school, and then high school and college. That's one of the links. I think like a mentor, because I mean sometimes I feel students don't see, like they don't have that guidance, even though there's academic advisors or counselors or whatever you want to call them. They're just missing that link. And for my case, I mean, my first mentor, I guess, would probably be, I mean, it just depends on what, because I had mentors for life
But
and
there's no
so
different
forth.
schools. I mean, I know where counselors, as you call them, counselors are seeing got 500 students on their list. Now some of the school districts got rid of mentoring programs because, first of all, it costs them money, and they lose that sort of that edge when you were talking about having somebody to guide them through something that they've been through before. They try to keep them on the straight and narrow and everything else like that. And it's funny that you mentioned the mentor program, and that's one of the programs that one of the first ones they destroyed to save money and everything else like that. So you're saying that you did have different people that you thought of as elders that could talk to you, that taught you about the strength of education and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, for my work ethic and just how I function, I guess, professionally, and just within the office, I would like to thank my office manager, Paula Cabral, because she really is the one that influenced me in my professionalism and just my professional development. Academically, I must say, through guidance, it would probably be the Puente program. It would be Dr. Alma Ramirez and Miranda Angeles. And then because of my major and just so forth for my engineering, it would be Alex Quatok and Leticia Luna, because they've always been available for me to discuss any issues or anything I need for it. And also the assistant director at UCR, Rick Vargas, and also Kathy Martinez, who works for the office of the president.
Mm-hmm.
And also, yeah, I have to thank also the UCR transfer counselor, Caro Macias, because I mean she's been there for any questions. She's always up to date with me and so forth.
I greatly appreciate your time and effort. Is there anything that I missed in this conversation that you would like to say? Because I said this is going to go on, it's going to go on the internet. It's going to go to my website first. If Looxcie picks it up, it's going to go on their website. Their website's bigger than mine, so but you'll still be on the internet. I gave you a card. You'll be able to look at it once it's all over with, and tell your friends about it. If they have questions or want to do an interview with me, please go right ahead. All the people that you named, I'm trying to get interviews with them, and so eventually they'll answer me back, and I'll be a chance to hear their side of the story too. But is there any one thing that I might have missed that you wanted to talk about or you wanted to say to the world right now? Anything?
I mean, there's plenty. I could go on for days, but my main thing I'd probably have to say is just get your education, and that diversity is beautiful. We gotta learn how to respect and love each other, because we're all a unit here in this world, and for us to progress or do anything, we just have to stick together. Even though if we completely disagree or we're on different sides of the position or coin, or however you want to reference,
yes.
at the end of the day, we do have to come one together and make either a decision or whatever it is. And for us, yeah, to progress as the world, we have to just unify.
Well, I thank you for being one of those special students, special people that'll be out there in the world to think that the pessimist like myself, to make them think there is going to be hope for us in the later years, that we will not fall to the wayside and we will not have another civil war. You make me very proud as a human being to know that there's people like you out there. So I greatly appreciate it. And again, thank you for your time.
Thank you.